we can tune our minds into what's going to happen today, right now, right? And also we're going to do a Mangala Charna, and the reason for that is to ask for the guidance from Guru Sahib Ji. So Guru Sahib Ji jidhar nu bhi leke jana chaਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ Maharaj, udhar nu Maharaj ne le jani hai fir. Yeah, we'll leave it in Maharaj's hands. Yeah. So we're just going to do 5 Mool Mantra jobs. एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभਉ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है पिही सच नानक होसी पिही सच एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभਉ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभਉ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभਉ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभਉ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच डंडौत बंधन अनक बार सर्व कला समरथ डोलन ते राखो प्रभु नानक दे कर हथ कहाँ बुध प्रभ तुच्छ हमारी बरनस कै महिमा जो तिहारी हम ना सख्त कर सिफत तुम्हारी आप लिहो तुम कथा सुधारी हम ना सख्त कर सिफत तुम्हारी आप लिहो तुम कथा सुधारी संगत जी गज की फतेह बुलाओ वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सारिਆਂ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅੱਜ ਆਏ ਨੇ thank you to everyone that's come today even though it's really really hot outside ਅੱਜ ਬਹੁਤ ਗਰਮੀ ਆ ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਜੋ ਬਾਣੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ 12 ਮਾਹਾਂ 'ਚ so the month of hard is right now and Guru Sahib ji tell us in the month of hard that is really hot but those that don't do Simran ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਗਰਮੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਆ those that don't follow the path to the Guru's bachan ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਗਰਮੀ they feel the heat more and that's literally as well and then the Panj Jor as well so Guru Sahib ji are talking about both and when I heard the katha of this it made sense to me because in this hot month when you hear about like in 84 the heat, it didn't affect them at all. And throughout our itihas, we've had loads of great Gursikhs sing Singniya where it didn't affect them, right? And Maharaj talking literally, and then when Guru Sahib is talking on a spiritual sense, the Panj Jor, the heat of the Panj Jor. So Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Mahankar, Gursikhs that do Simran, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਫਰਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈਂਦਾ it doesn't affect them, it doesn't attack them, it doesn't so I just thought about that today. So today we're going to continue the itihas of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. So from when Gagan Kaur left it, we're going to continue that. I just want to talk about the importance of listening to and reading our itihas. Yeah, the importance of it. What's the reason, why do we need to know our history? Especially for the kids. This is always safe, especially for the children. It's not just for the children, but especially for the children. Why is it really important that we listen to our history and parents, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰੀ ਬਣਦੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਖਾਉਣ, right? Our itihas, our history. Our history is so rich, so full of like amazing stories that all these ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਕਹਾਣੀਆਂ ਆ that they learn at school and nursery or whatever, ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ. Right? When we teach our kids about the Shaheediyan, the Maha and Gursikhs from our history, they get inspired. And especially if you tell them bedtime stories, jo sakhiyan jo raat nu soਣ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ. I heard in Gatha, fun fact, Gatha ਵਿੱਚ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਖੀ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣੋ, and this is for everyone, if you listen to a sakhi and go to sleep listening to that sakhi, one of the last things you do is sakhi ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਨੀਂਦ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ, their subconscious mind plays that sakhi throughout the whole night. ਫਿਰ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਪੁੱਛੋ ਸਾਖੀ, even if it's after a couple of months or a couple of years down the line, ਉਹੀ ਸਾਖੀ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਪੁੱਛੋਗੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਐਨ ਕੰਠ ਹੋਊਗੀ, they'll know that sakhi. Yeah, experience, our personal experience, that is. Very important that we teach our kids our itihas, reading itihas, and the next point is especially in Punjabi. I know we do these talks in English, hana ah jehde talk ne assi angrezi vich karde ha, and it's to cater for the younger generation. I can't help but say that many years ago, this Gursikh in one of the Sikhi camps said that we do talks in English. Assi angrezi vich assi talks karde ha, but you know, to an extent, assi apne aap hi assi ape bachyan nu handicap karta. That makes sense. We've made our kids handicapped ourselves, that assi angrezi vich bol ke talks in English kar ke. Now the kids rely on English talks. It's easy, isn't it? Enough easy, or they can just search online or whatever if they want to hear it. If they truly want to learn about Sikhi, they just have to go online. Basics of Sikhi ho gaya, Sikh to Inspire talks ho gaya, Aha talks ho gaya, Mondays nu Friday night Sikhi ho gaya. We do all in English. Par je Punjabi vich karange, oda asal anand swad Punjabi vich hi auga. I'll give a quick example. I was listening to the itihas of Bhai Aman Singh Ji. ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਭਾਈ ਪਚਿੱਤਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਹਾਥੀ ਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਕੀਤਾ, right? And that prasang, that part of our history is for the kids is amazing, absolutely amazing. ਮੈਂ ਕਥਾ ਸੁਣਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ and ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਵੀਰਾ ਸੌਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ. I started listening to it, I was like, this is amazing, this katha is. ਮੇਰੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਰਨਾ ਆਇਆ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆ Friday night Sikhi, I'm going to tell all the ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਸੰਗਤ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਰਾ ਸਾਂਝਾ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, and I'll tell all that ਇਤਿਹਾਸ in the same way we're going to do today. ਮੇਰੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਗੱਲ ਸੀਗੀ. I thought, this is wicked, this is amazing, the kids will get inspired, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ and ਬਹੁਤ ਵੀਰਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਜਾਊਗਾ. As I was doing it, ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ and I was going through the history in English, I was thinking, ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣ ਰਹੀ. Why am I not feeling it as much as I was feeling when I was listening to it? And then ਫਿਰ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਇਆ ਕਿ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਬਣਦੀ. Yeah, it's not in English, it's not the same, right? You know what the Chinese used to say, that English is the devil's language. But anyway, I don't want to think you too much because these talks are promoted that the talks in English, yeah, so these things are going to tell me off after. Yeah, but anyway, it's something to just think about. Ki Punjabi vich bachchian nu Punjabi ਘਰ ਚ ਵੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਬੋਲੀਏ, ਫੇਰ ਫਰਕ ਪਊਗਾ. ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬਲਜਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ, ਇਹ ਬਿਮਾਰੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਖੁਦ ਵੇ ਟੂ ਬਲੇਮ ਫॉर ਦਿਸ. ਘਰ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਐਂਡ ਵੀ ਡੋਂਟ ਟਾਕ ਇਨਫ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ. ਹੁਣ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਨਾ ਸਾਂਭੀ, ਉਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੰਮ ਖਰਾਬ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ ਫਿਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦਾ. ਯਾ ਐਨੀਵੇ, ਇਨਫ ranting. The next point before I start is the art of listening, active listening. Listen to that, yeah? The art of listening. ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਵਿਧੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਸੁਣਨਾ ਆ, ਕਥਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਸੁਣੀ ਦੀ ਆ. ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ that when you listen to katha, ਜੋ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰਸੰਗ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ, whatever katha is going on, whatever sakhi is being told, what we start listening to is Guru Sahib Ji said this to this Gursikh. This Gursikh said this to Guru Sahib Ji. This Gursikh said this to another Gursikh. ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ ਫਿਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਗੱਲ ਤੱਕ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਰਹਿਣ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਆ, but ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜੇ ਇਹ ਵਿਧੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ this is the art of listening, that when you want to listen to a sakhi, if Guru Sahib Ji are telling a Gursikh in that sakhi, ਜੇ ਸਾਖੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ that ਉਹ ਬਚਨ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸੁਣਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖਾ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਕਰਿਆ ਕਰ, Guru Sahib Ji are telling you directly that same thing. And that's the art of listening, active listening. Yeah, apply it into your life. Feri gal banugi je sakhiyan sunange. Otherwise, it's going to turn into kanras. Kanras means it sounded brilliant, that did. Bahut anand aaya. Ithe anand aaya. it was really nice that we listened to these Sakhiyan today. But yeah, and by the time you get back home, you've forgotten it. Or by the time tomorrow, you've forgotten it. But what we should try and do, and this is me as well, including me, मेरी भी गल मेरे ते भी गल आउंदी आ कि जदों असीं साखी सुनिए, apply it to your lives to make a change. Yeah, and hopefully today we're going to take small little nuggets, like golden nuggets as they call them. Yeah, and then we can apply it to our lives. Yeah. So continuing Tan Guru Tegh Bahadur Mar itihas from previous, Gagan Kaur Penji, she left it with, who was here last talk when Gagan Kaur Penji did it? Not last month, I think it was a couple of months ago, now a couple of talks ago. Does anyone remember it? Or no one's going to be brave enough to put their hand up? No? Okay. So I wasn't here, but I listened to it, and she finished it on that there were two Chor, and they wanted to steal Guru Sahib Ji's horses, and they did end up stealing it. ਉਹ ਘੋੜਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਚੋਰੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਜਾਣ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਆ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਦੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਸੈਟ ਤੋਂ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਕੀ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਦੇਖੋ ਆਰ ਦ ਹੋਰਸਸ ਓਕੇ ਐਂਡ ਫਿਰ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਉਹ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਐਂਡ ਦੈਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੇ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੰਤਰਜਾਮੀ ਯੂ ਨੋ ਵਾਟਸ ਹੈਪਨਡ ਟੈਲ ਅਸ ਹੈਲਪ ਅਸ ਆਊਟ ਐਂਡ ਦੈਨ ਵੀ ਕੈਨ ਗੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ go in that direction ਐਂਡ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਭ ਜਾਣਗੇ ਐਂਡ ਦੈਨ ਦ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖਸ go they see the ਚੋਰ on the horse and ਉਹਨੂੰ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਫੜ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ they say to the ਚੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ look you could have gone far from here but ਤੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਾਹਤੇ ਸੀਗਾ and he goes ਮੈਂ ਅੰਨਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ I've gone blind ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਦਿਸਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ and then they bring him back to Guru Sahib Ji ਉੱਥੇ ਫਿਰ ਬਚਨ ਕਰਦੇ Guru Sahib Ji Guru Sahib don't curse him directly they say ਜਿਹੜਾ ਚੋਰੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਆ what the sada is their punishment is that they get hung and then he regretted what he did when he realized and understood that he stole from a sadhu, a Mahapurkh. And then in the itihas it comes that he hung himself then. And when he hung himself, a branch went into his stomach. And that's how he left this world then. Gankod left it there. We're going to continue on from there, yeah? Ote Suli Sar Sahib is what the place of that is called. Ote Gurdwara Honviya. What we're going to do different today is I haven't got a fancy presentation made as the previous talkers have. They put mint into it. I wasn't able to do it because I'm not good at IT and I'm really bad at doing IT. So I did a bit of a cop-out and I just did some pictures. But what I want the Sangha to do instead is I want you to use your imagination. And children have got wicked imagination. ਉਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੌਖੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਸੀਨ ਬਣਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਪਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਸੀਨ ਉਹ ਬਣਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ yeah and again this is come back to listening and listening to our itihas our history ਜੋ ਕਥਾ ਸੁਣੀਦੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਆਨੰਦ ਵੱਖਰਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ so hands up here who's watched ਚਾਰ ਸਾਹਿਬਜ਼ਾਦੇ the movie ਜਿਹੜੀ movie ਆ ਚਾਰ ਸਾਹਿਬਜ਼ਾਦੇ ਉਹ ਕਿਹਨੇ ਕਿਹਨੇ ਦੇਖੀ ਆ yeah a lot of hands have gone up good okay so everyone agrees that movie is brilliant, right? बहुत बढ़िया movie बनाई हुई है सारों को बढ़िया लगी okay hands up now who's listened to Battle of Chamkaur the katha on Battle of Chamkaur the full सारा जिन्हें सुनिया the Battle of Chamkaur who's listened to it okay a few of the kids hands and now okay I'm gonna ask some of the kids Harteg Singh what's better the movie or the katha so he's saying the katha is better than the movie yeah Taru Singh what do you think Huh? The katha. So the children are saying the katha is better than the movie. And to everyone, every year we go through the katha of Battle of Chamkaur. Yeah, in Friday Night Sikhi. Last year we kita siga. This year we're going to try and make it even more special. In December, we're going to go through the Battle of Chamkaur in really great detail. And we've been doing it for the past 3 years. But Sangat, I'm telling you now that if you listen to the Battle of Chamkaur, the katha on it is Vakrayananda. It's amazing. It's full of biras, it's full of pyar, it's full of daya, it's full of everything. And you know what, with the way Kaviji have written it, there's no words. You can't describe it. Yeah? And again, Punjabi but when we did it in English, it changed lives. People kept their gaze from just listening to Battle of Chamkaur. People took Amrit just from listening to Battle of Chamkaur. So, you try and use your imagination more. I'm going to encourage the Sangat now to use your imagination as we go through the history of Guru Sahib Ji. And yes, we've got a few photos to help those that need a visual aid, because ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਵੱਖਰਾ ਢੰਗ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਦਾ. So if anyone needs any visual aid, then that's here as well. So we've got a few pictures, yeah. A fun fact about this photo, ਇਹ ਪੁਰਾਤਨ ਇੱਕ ਸਰੂਪ ਆ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦਾ. ਇਹ ਉਹ ਸਰੂਪ ਆ where a painter, an artist, was painting Guru Sahib Ji's picture. ਉਹਦੀ ਡਿਊਟੀ ਲਾਤੀ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਤੈਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਆ. So the artist was painting Guru Sahib Ji, and they painted the torso, so the charn, the hands, the upper part of the body, and when they got to the face part, utte ruk gaya. The artist couldn't continue because he would have to look at Guru Sahib Ji directly, but he could not physically look at Guru Sahib Ji because Guru Sahib Ji's pratap, their aura was so strong, he couldn't look. It's like looking at the sun. ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੇ ਅੱਖਾਂ 'ਚ ਜਾਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਵੱਲ. He just couldn't and then Guru Sahib Ji said, give me it, I'll finish it off. And I spoke to an artist and he's confirmed. He said that he can tell that the brush strokes at the bottom are different to the top. So he goes, 2 different people have completed this picture, this painting. So Guru Sahib Ji themselves completed the top part. Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it? So that in that day, it was like would have been a selfie. Guru Sahib Ji did their own selfie. I know. But anyway, that's Guru Sahib Ji's Puratan picture. So when we get into the Tihas now, I want you to try your best to keep up because it's going to be really fast. I'm going to try and go through it really rapid so you guys can get a glimpse, a little taste of what Gatha really is. Because talks with the presentation, everything are brilliant as well. I'm not knocking them down in any way. But as Friday night Sikhi jo karde na, every Friday is at Gypsy Lane Gurdwara. So this is for those that might not know. Every Friday is Gypsy Lane Gurdwara, 7 to 8. For the past 6 years, we've been going through Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj's life in the same way, in really great detail. 6 saal ho gaye. Guru Sahib Ji kirpa naal 5 saal shayad hor lag jan to go through Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj's life. But we're going in really great detail. That's why it's taking a long time. But we don't have any presentations. Everyone uses their mind and all bahut anand hunda hai fir. So going through Guru Sahib Ji's Itihas, Guru Sahib Ji stay at Soli Sar Sahib for a couple of days and then leave. Then Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj make their way towards a place called Bada Pind. They reach this place and utte fir aram kar diya. Sangat come to get darshan of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, and they get excited when they're going to get darshan of Guru Sahib Ji Maharaj. So ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਚਾਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ. And this is something we can implement into our lives as well. I've mentioned this before, that we take Sikhi for granted. ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ lucky ਬਹੁਤ ਆ. We're so lucky that we can just jump in our cars and go to the Gurdwara whenever we want to. ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ Leicester 'ਚ ਰਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਆ, there's a Gurdwara near you, right? ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਡੀ 'ਚ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ. But we take it for granted. ਇੰਨਾ ਸੌਖਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਨਾ, ਅਸੀਂ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਉਹ ਲਾਲਚ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ. ਹੁਣ we're not thinking of it on a deeper level, right? And try and do this. I say to everyone, try and do this, yeah, at one point in your lives, whether it's tomorrow, next time you come to the Gurdwara Sahib, yeah? Try and do this one thing. I've done it a couple of times, and I tell you, it makes a difference. So these Gursikhs, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਚਾਹ ਸੀਗਾ, ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ. We don't really think about it too much. ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਮੋਰੇ ਸ਼ੂ ਲਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ. We wash our hands, go upstairs, money in the golak, place. We might do a quick ardas, bendu parkarma ja ke prasad leke beh jande hain. We go and sit, listen to Diwan, and then that's it. We go back home, right? Those, I'm not saying this for everyone. There might be some Sangat members here that even get pura laha lende, and they do have that jar. But try and do this one thing. And I heard this in Qatar. It's a little tactic, right? Ki when you leave your house, ਉੱਥੇ ਇੱਕ ਚਾਹ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ that, you know what, I'm about to leave house and that we're going to see Guru Sahib Ji. We're going to get the darshan of the King of Kings. And I'm telling you now, ਉੱਥੇ ਇੱਕ excitement ਪੈਦਾ ਹੋ ਜੂਗੀ. Then you, as you're driving to the Gurdwara, think to yourself that, I'm so lucky that I'm going to go and get darshan of Tan Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, Tan Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. There's no one more luckier than me right now. And then you start getting more happier. Man vich ek hor khushi aaugi that I'm going to get the darshan of Guru Sahib Ji, who can give me mukti. And then when you get to the car park and you open your door khol ke tusi bahar, when you get out and you walk towards the Gurdwara, that excitement is going to get stronger and stronger and stronger as you get into the Gurdwara. And then when you take your shoes off, it gets even more stronger. That's when you get really happy that in a short amount of time, in just a minute or so, I'm going to wash my hands and I'm going to go upstairs and main jaake darshan Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj de karne hain. Yeah, I'm going to in just 1 minute, I'm going to get darshan of Guru Sahib Ji. You wash your hands, and then as you walk upstairs, each step you take, your excitement's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And then when you're outside the Diwan hall and you see Guru Sahib Ji, then that's it. The excitement, you can't contain that excitement. Ki jaake, I'm going to place my head in front of Guru Sahib Ji. These Sangat members, or jere darshan karna honde Guru Tegh Bahadur Maharaj, they've got that cha. And then when you go in front of Maharaj and you start doing ardas, and then you place your head in front of Maharaj, the connection that happens at that point with Guru Sahib Ji is going to be on another level. I've done that a couple of times, and the words can't describe the feeling you get as opposed to when we go every day and just take it for granted, right? But something we can implement into our lives. That's the first golden nugget from the Itihas. Gursikh aunde ne, they do seva of Guru Sahib Ji, and for this reason they spend many days here. The month of Paddo has started. They feed the horses and animals here. Sangat have come from far and wide to get darshan of our beautiful Satguru. Sangat would stay here with Guru Sahib Ji for a few days at a time. Kei din edda nang jande sige utthe reh ke Guru Sahib Ji charna ch. When Guru Sahib Ji give updesh to the Sangat, they listen carefully. I said at the beginning, right? Listening carefully. We don't do enough of listening. We don't listen to our Guru. Achi Guru Sahib Ji de bachan mande nahi hege. Because if we did, Guru Sahib Ji, if we truly listen to our Guru, the first thing you would do when you get up in the morning is do Simran. Then we would be getting up at Amrit Vela no matter what, because Guru Sahib Ji sanu bachan kende ne, they say to us ki mera Gursikh jeda ya will get up at Amrit Vela, will do Simran, will do Ishnan, ta bani paduga. Oh mera Gursikh ha. So if we listen to Guru Sahib Ji, yeah, and you know what, Sangi, long as you try, ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਇਹ ਆਸ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਗਾਉਣਗੇ ਸਵੇਰ ਨੂੰ, ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਗਾਉਣਗੇ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਵੇਲਾ, ਮਹਾਰਾਜ will make us do Simran, ਮਹਾਰਾਜ will make us do Ishnan, and they will make us read Bani as well. ਇੱਕ ਆਸ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ. We should never give up ਆਸ. ਜਿਹੜਾ hope ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ, we should never give up that hope ਕਿ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ, and it's so hard, it's not easy. ਐਦਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੈਕਚਰ ਦੇ ਰਿਹਾ ਇੱਕ ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਵੇਲੇ ਉੱਠੋ, ਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹੋ, ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰੋ. It's hard. I totally get it. I'm in the same boat. But if we try though and have that itcha and do that ardas to Guru Sahib Ji, then Guru Sahib Ji will do that kirpa on us. But I think we should listen. These Sangat members are listening to Guru Sahib Ji. Guru Sahib Ji are getting rid of the pain people have. Mare dukh katdeya. Getting rid of gales in people's houses, in people's lives, taking people out of the cycle of life and death. ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮਸੰਦ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, wherever Masands live, ਨਾ ਮਸੰਦ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਸੰਦ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਡਿਊਟੀ ਕੀ ਸੀ, ਜਾ ਕੇ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਕਰਨਾ, ਦਸਵੰਧ ਇਕੱਠਾ ਕਰਨਾ, and come and give it to Guru Sahib Ji. So wherever Masands live, whichever city, they will come with peta for Guru Sahib Ji. They will bring their sangat with them also. ਜੇ ਸੰਗਤ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ follow ਕਰਦੀ ਆ, they come as well and they get darshan of Guru Sahib Ji. And we take Sikhi, we take Guru Sahib Ji for granted big time, because it wasn't like they would get darshan of Guru Sahib Ji every day like we do, right? They used to come walk from distance, duro chal ke aunde sige, Guru Sahib Ji darshan karde se, and kei mahine saal nang jande se before they get Guru Sahib Ji darshan again. There's no Gursikh luckier than us right now, and our itihas is full of great Gursikhs. I would argue that we're more luckier than them Gursikhs that we hear so great about. I would argue that we're more luckier than them. Why? Because we can get Guru Sahib Ji darshan every day. Roj. Par oh man vich ko vichar hove fer gal bandi hai, right? But Masand aunde ne, they come and stay as well. There's so much money. All the Masands bring it. Guru Sahib Ji will be using the money to help their Sikh. ਜੋ ਵੀ ਮਾਇਆ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ, Guru Sahib Ji use it to help their Sikh out. There's a fun fact that during Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj's time in Amritsar, you know what Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj used to do? Jo bhi daswand aunda siga, Guru Sahib Ji used to get that money and they used to say to a Gursikh, ki tera kaam honta hai, you're going to start this new business of Ale Maya. Maya le and start this new business of. Once your business is successful, you're going to return all the money and you're going to give daswand out of it. Maya jo morde sige, with that money, they used to help another Gursikh out. And the economy was so strong in Amritsar back then. But Guru Sahib Ji are using the money to help their Sikh. Guru Sahib Ji getting rid of Pap by just giving their darshan to the Sangat. Aimi ni rehat namya chaunda that you should do darshan of Guru Sahib Ji twice a day. Je do bari nahi hunda, at least cut ek wari ta kar liya kariye. Right? We should try and implement that into our lives. Just like Sangat Ji hun roj asi sanu khana penda ya. We have to eat every day. Hana pama 3 wari ni 2 wari ni ek wari ta khana penda hi penda ya. Otherwise we wouldn't function. The same way we need to get darshan of our Guru every day as well. For our soul, for our atma, jiri sadi atma hai na, jiri jota, odi khuraak kiya, Bani, Simran, Seva and Guru Sahib Ji's darshan. So one thing to take away from today is that try your absolute best to implement it into your lives. Roj karunge, holi roj karunge, ek din je nang vi gaya, then you won't feel right. O thonu chain nahi hona ki karne darshan Maharaj de. Yeah, but holi sahaj de naal, I'm not saying every day hun kal to tusi shuru kar do. If you come once a week, 2 wari hafte ch aun lag ja karo, 3 wari hafte ch holi badao par. Sant Kirtan Singh Ji's bachan, Sant Kirtan Singh Ji mukhi damdami taksal de, before Sant Janel Singh Ji, they used to give a wicked example. ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਆ ਨਾ, just like water flows, ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਪਾਣੀ ਖੜਾ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਆ ਉੱਥੇ ਗੰਦਗੀ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ, right? ਜਿੱਥੇ ਪਾਣੀ fresh flow ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ, wherever water is flowing, that's fresh water. In the same way, a Gursikh should never just stay still. Don't think I'm doing enough Simran. Don't think ਮੈਂ ਬਾਣੀ ਹੁਣ ਬਹੁਤ ਪੜ੍ਹਦਾ ਹਾਂ, ਬਸ ਠੀਕ ਆ, ਹੁਣ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵਧਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ. I don't need to increase it. ਜਾਂ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਵੇਲਾ, I don't need to get up earlier. If you want to get true blessings from Guru Sahib Ji, we should strive, we should try our absolute best to increase our Nityanem, increase our Simran. We should try our best. In the same way, let's increase our darshan of Guru Sahib Ji as well. Another point why we should get darshan of Guru Sahib Ji. This Sakhi is one of my favorite Sakhiyan, yeah, especially for the kids. One time during Maharaj Ranjit Singh Ji's time, also Maharaj Ranjit Singh Ji came after 100 or so years after Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. So in their Raj, Maharaj Ranjit Singh put out a notice throughout their whole kingdom. O kende ki there must be someone in my kingdom, ek banda to jarur hoga mere Raj vich jene akhi darshan kite Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj de. There must be one person, ek ta jarur hoga. And then Maharaj Ranjit Singh set a duty to all of the servants that go out in the kingdom and try and find him. After many months of searching, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਲੱਭ ਲਿਆ ਕਿ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਨੂੰ. Very beard, ਬਹੁਤ ਸਿਆਣਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, he's really old. ਬਾਲ ਚਿੱਟੇ, ਪਰਬੱਟੇ ਚਿੱਟੇ, ਸਾਰਾ. They ask him and he goes, yes, I got darshan of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj when I was a child. ਜਾ ਕੇ Maharaj Ranjit Singh ਦੱਸਿਆ, Maharaj Ranjit Singh got so excited, ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਓ. So ਬੜੇ ਸਤਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਂਦੇ, and they brought him in the same carriage as Maharaj Ranjit Singh. ਉਹਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਂਦੇ ਲਾਹੌਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਆਏ, and ਉੱਥੇ Maharaj Ranjit Singh hugged the Gursikh, ਉੱਥੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਉਹ ਬੈਠੇ ਸੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਬਿਠਾਇਆ and said ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਾ ਦੱਸੋ. When you saw Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj ਕਿਵੇਂ ਸੀਗਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਦੱਸੋ ਸਾਨੂੰ. Excitement ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ youngsters nowadays as well. ਹੁਣ ਜੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਵੇ ਕਿ ਆਹ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਨੇ ਸੰਤ ਕਰਤਾਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਕੀਤੀ, ਆਹ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਨੇ ਸੰਤ ਗੁਰਬਚਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਕੀਤੀ, ਆਹ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਨੇ ਸੰਤ ਜਰਨੈਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਕੀਤੀ. When we hear that, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਚਾਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਕਿ tell us more, ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਸੀਗਾ. In the same way, Maharaj Ranjit Singh, I'll ask the Gursikh ਸਾਰਾ ਦੱਸੋ. He goes, when I was a child, I was 6 or 7, I went with my mum and dad to Anandpur Sahib. Anandpur Sahib gaya si. Utte jaake, I remember clearly when I walked into the darbar, I could see Tan Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj sitting there looking magnificent. Utte sangat bendi hundi si. Sangat jo bendi hundi si, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj used to do one thing. They used to have their eyes closed. Utte, you could just imagine this scene, yeah, that Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj just sitting they're sitting there with their eyes closed and sari sangat baith ke kirtan sunadi hai, just like we do upstairs. Then after a couple of minutes go by, Dhan Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj open their beautiful eyes and then they scan the sangat. They're looking around in the sangat and then they stop on one individual. Or one sangat member, they look at him and they look at him directly into the eyes, and onu inna ananda hunda that he gets saved, onu mukti mil jandi eddain. Then Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj close their eyes again, and then after a short while, they'll open their eyes again and save someone else from the sangat. Edda fer Maharaj bacha lende sige. They'll save someone from the gede of 84 lakh. Just imagine how beautiful that would have been. And then that Gursikh said that we'd go back to our rooms, aram karke prashada shak ke aram karde hunde sige. Then the next day we'd go diwan asa diwar hunda si, sara kuch hunda siga. Ek din edda aaya ki jo sangat bahar aayi, Dhan Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj were getting ready to leave the darbar, so they got onto their horse. Kode utte chade sige, looking magnificent. And then I was just a little child, and jidda siane ke bana keh dinde na, tu jaake agge ja fateh bula Maharaj nu. So he went to the front, he shoved everyone out the way, went to the front and said fateh to Dhan Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, and went to go and touch Maharaj Charan. But Maharaj moved it, and then you know the stirrup that where Maharaj Charan go into, he touched that instead. Oh hath lata, and he goes, as soon as I touched that, he goes, I felt a massive electric shock through my body. Onu sirf hath laya, imagine if he touched Maharaj Charan. And he goes, for years, all I could hear was Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru. 24/7 all I could hear was that. But ਕਹਿਣ ਦਾ ਭਾਵ ਇਹ ਆ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ, if we go in front of Guru Sahib Ji, who knows when Guru Sahib Ji are going to do kirpa on us? Who knows when Guru Sahib Ji will open their beautiful eyes and save us? But je javange agge mare de feri gal banugi, right? But the month of Padon has gone by, and in this place called Badapin, the floods that were caused in the previous monsoon month, Savan. So these are all months that I'm mentioning that are in our Desi months. And Savan has all dried up. Guru Sahib Ji are happy with the Sangat. Itho de jiri Sangat Maharaj bahut khush hunde. Then Guru Sahib Ji went to another place. The Sangat from this place listened carefully to Guru Sahib Ji, and everyone gets wealthy. Look at that. Hun asi dunyavi taur te, we're worldly people, yeah? And no matter what anyone says, you have got kirpa bahut, like there's so many people that are blessed here. And I don't think there's anything wrong with this, that we run after Maya, we run after money, right? We run after money. We want money for success, to enjoy life, to go on holidays, to buy things for our children. Youngsters want money to buy certain things and do certain things. Right? And there's nothing, Guru Sahib even say in Bani, that if you want Maya, if you want money, if you want a child, if you want wealth, if you want success, Guru Sahib Ji ko aako mangalo, and Maharaj will give it. There's nothing wrong with that, but as long as you come to Guru Sahib Ji and ask for it. Hor kise kol nahi jaan di lod hegi sanu. But ithe Guru Sahib Ji da bachan mande a, and everyone in this place gets wealthy. Whoever has whatever ichha, Guru Sahib Ji blesses all of them. And Guru Sahib Ji leave this place, and then they went to another place called Pichwana Pind. Guru Sahib Ji arrive on the outskirts of it, and they'd spend the night here. Then Guru Sahib Ji go to Govindpura. So the title of this, well, the title on the poster of this was, what makes a place sacred? What makes a place sacred is when Guru Sahib Ji go there. Any Gursikh, any Mahan Gursikh, Mahapurkh, if they've gone to that place place becomes sacred. Then Guru Sahib Ji go to Govindpura. Then they set up their tents. Otte tambu launde ne. Guru Sahib Ji arranged for grass to be collected for the horses. So they've got horses with them, they've got buffaloes with them, majja mujja rakhiyan huiyan naal, and they need to feed them. The Jimidars of the Pind, then Guru Sahib Ji tell the Gursikhs, jaake tusi go and get grass for the horses. The Gursikhs go, but then when they get the grass, the Jimidars, the farmers, the people that own the land, the Jimidars of the Pind saw people taking grass, and they get angry. Oh, gusse ho jande a ki ye sade khet vich kidda bad gaye, have they come into our khet? they take it back while swearing and hitting them. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਦੇ ਆ ਕੁੱਟਦੇ ਆ and they're hitting them, they send them back towards Guru Sahib Ji. ਗੁੱਸੇ 'ਚ ਆ ਕੇ ਕ੍ਰੋਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਕੇ and hitting them, they send them back towards Guru Sahib Ji. The sevaks get upset and they came to Guru Sahib Ji. Said, Maharaj, ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਨਾਸਤਿਕ ਆ. The people of this place are really horrible. Maharaj, ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਨੁਕਸਾਨ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ ਸੀ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ even if they had given us the grass, ਕਿੰਨਾ ਨੁਕਸਾਨ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ. But no, and this is where we should be careful also. What kind of seeds do we plant on a daily basis? A little another golden nugget to take away. ਅਸੀਂ ਜੋ ਬੀਜਦੇ ਆਪੇ ਬੀਜ ਆਪੇ ਹੀ ਖਾਓ, right? Whatever seeds you plant, ਉਹਦਾ ਫਲ ਮਿਲੂਗਾ. A Gursikh always watches what he says, watches what he does. Man bach karm. Guru Sahib Ji have told him there's 3 types of actions. Yeah? Ek ta manna. Whatever you think of, you plant that seed. Manave kich furna unda ya, a thought comes into your mind, you've planted that seed. If it's a bad thought, you've planted it. Karm, man bach karm. So bach means bachan. So muh de naal kehna. So whatever you say with your mouth, whether it's good or bad, if you say something bad, you've planted that seed. And then karma mean your actions, physical actions. Whatever you do physically, you've planted that seed. Now it's up to you whether you want to do good or bad. You want to plant good seeds or bad seeds. But ithe the lok si, they planted their seeds by hitting and being horrible to the Gursikhs. Then the sevaks continue and they said, Maharaj, Gursikha ne kiha, Maharaj, they don't know aap ji's words, so thonu jaande nahi hege. We didn't cause any nuksan. Asi nuksan ta kisa da kita nahi. We were only taking the great grass that was growing on the vat. Hun ithe hun mohima keh rahe se Punjabi English di problem aa jandi hai na. I didn't know what to call vat nu English ki kahida hai. I don't know if any siane ithe hege a oh das sakde a. What would you call vat Angrezi vich ki kahida jehde khet da vat hunda hai? Boundary. Yeah, so yeah, you could say a boundary of a khet. Yeah, but it sounds much more better in Punjabi. Hai na? Jehda vat hunda hai, so basically in Punjab, whoever, any of the children, hands up if you're in Punjab, any kids. If you go to the khet there, have you seen the border of it? Like it be basically a mud mound, right? Or vat hunda, they call it vat. Ode utte je ka ug jave, these Gursikhs were just ripping up that grass and taking it for the horses. Mara o kende asita ohi patta de sige. They could have told us pyar de naal bhi keh sakde si. Maharaj, they took the grass off us and on sanu marya. First time I've used AI here, yeah, in my entire life. I know AI, artificial intelligence, is getting bigger and bigger, right? First time I used it to make this image, I was so proud of myself. I was so happy. I told it to make this image, but you can kind of visually see, imagine, right? Gursikh honde ne, they've been beaten up, and Maharaj nu keh rahe ne. Maharaj kehndे ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਕੁਛ ਕੀਤਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ. Maharaj ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਮਨਮੁਖ ਨੇ. They're manmukhs. We shouldn't stay here, Maharaj. ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ. It will get hard for the animals. And Guru Sahib Ji listened to their beloved Gursikhs and moved on from there. They didn't stay the night. Guru Sahib Ji left but didn't curse anyone. And then they move on to the next place. When the people from the previous place found out who Guru Sahib Ji were, they get filled with regret. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਛਤਾਵਾ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਆ. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਕੌਣ ਸੀ, ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕੀਤਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਪਛਤਾਵਾ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੁਣ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ. When the people from this previous place found out who Guru Sahib Ji were, filled with regret, they say, ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਾਪ ਸਾਤੋਂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. In the next ਪਿੰਡ, ਦੂਜੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ, the ਸੰਗਤ ਉੱਥੇ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਉਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਰੱਜ ਕੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ. And this happened to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj as well during the travels also. When Guru Sahib Ji are traveling, Tan Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj ਉਦਾਸੀਆਂ ਜੋ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ. I think this Sakhi is really famous. Guru Sahib Ji ek pind jande ne, but they don't come and do seva, they don't come and do darshan. In fact, they say you can't stay here. Itho tusi jao. Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj nu kende, tusi itho jao. Then Maharaj kende tusi vasde raho ithe. And then Maharaj goes to another pind, othe bahut seva karde a, raj ke seva karde a. Then Guru Sahib Ji kende tusi ujjad jo itho. So these terms that I'm using, vaste raho, is a really positive, nice thing to say to someone. Ujjad jo means something really bad. Yeah, but Bhai Mardana ji puchde ki Maharaj ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸੇਵਾ ਕੋਈ ਕੀਤੀ ਨਹੀਂ. They were being horrible to us. Maharaj ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵਸਦੇ ਰਹੋ. ਜਿਹੜੇ the people that were being horrible, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਉੱਜੜ ਜੋ. Maharaj ਇਹ ਕੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਈ? Then Maharaj ਕਹਿੰਦੇ Maharaj ਨੇ ਫਿਰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਭਾਈ ਮਰਦਾਨਾ ਜੀ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਾੜੇ ਆ, ਮਨਮੁਖ ਨੇ, महाराज कहंदे तुसी वास्ते रहो महाराज meant तुसी इत्थे ही रहो just stay here stay in your village don't go out why because you're going to spread that negativity everywhere तुसी उत्थे जाके होर संगत नूं भी असर होगा संगत ते महाराज said to ujjad jo to whoever Maharaj saying ujjad jo to the nice people meaning that you leave this place and spread throughout the land and spread your positivity to everyone yeah tusi sare nu sangat vadiya karo but in this pind they did seva of Guru Sahib ji for 2 months 2 mahine Maharaj di seva karde a they did seva with so much love and pyar de naal Maharaj prem de naal seva karde a Maharaj di thousands of sangat come to get darshan and do seva they give peta and do namaskar to Guru Sahib ji fulfill their wishes the sangat know that Guru Sahib ji are all powerful ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸ਼ਕਤੀਆਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕੋਲ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਆ the people of the previous place got told by someone ਸਿਆਣਾ to go and ask for forgiveness they all get together ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਘਿਓ ਦਾ ਪਾਂਡਾ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਇੱਕ ਗਰਮ ਕੰਬਲ ਵੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ they take a ਕੰਬਲ and they take butter as a gift for Maharaj they made their way towards Guru Sahib ji they meet Guru Sahib ji and ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਾਫ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ please forgive us we made a mistake ਆਪ ਜੀ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਧੂ ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਖ ਹੋ you're a ਸਾਧੂ ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਖ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਆਪ ਜੀ didn't curse us ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਰਾਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਮਾੜੇ ਬਚਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਕੀਤੇ from this we can tell that ਆਪ ਜੀ are ਪੂਰਨ ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਖ whatever you say Maharaj comes true ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹੋਗੇ ਸੱਚ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਆ we know that if you were to curse us ਸਾਡਾ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਰਾ ਨਾਸ ਹੋ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ we know that ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਆਪ ਜੀ can protect us Guru Sahib ji listening but they ignore the muraks Maharaj ignores them can you imagine that scene ਇਹ ਆ ਕੇ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੂੰ but Maharaj just totally ignore them Guru Sahib ji then get ready to leave this place the jimidars follow Guru Sahib ji to ask for forgiveness but Guru Sahib ji don't even look in their direction Maharaj ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੱਲ ਇੱਕ ਤੱਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ they didn't say anything then Guru Sahib ji go towards Magrur pind the next pind down they all keep following Maharaj Guru Sahib ji set up camp here ਇੱਥੇ ਡੇਰਾ ਲਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ Maharaj they still do benti and they keep on asking for forgiveness Maharaj and then what happens when Maharaj just ignore them they then ask the Gursikhs around Guru Sahib ji the Gursikh ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੀਗੇ Guru Sahib ji ਕੋਲ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ and they say Maharaj they've been coming here for many days they've been coming here day after day and they've been asking for forgiveness Maharaj ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਸੁਭਾਅ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਦਿਆਲੂ ਸੁਭਾਅ ਆ Maharaj you have so much daya within you you're so compassionate Maharaj they didn't know your greatness at first Maharaj ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਛਾਣ ਸਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ now they have regret Maharaj you are the house of forgiveness Maharaj ਤੁਸੀਂ they are regretting it a lot ਉਹ ਪਛਤਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਹੁਣ Maharaj ਆਪ ਜੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੇ Maharaj if you forgave them all ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਬਣ ਜਾਣਗੇ and then they can focus on bhakti Guru Sahib ji heard the benti and from the Gursikhs they heard the benti from the Gursikhs and Sangat ji let's pause here for a moment ਇੱਥੇ we're going to think about this what Maharaj is doing here ਇੰਨਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ look at this when ਜਦੋਂ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ Maharaj ਇੱਥੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੱਲੀਏ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੋਈ ਸਤਿਕਾਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਮੂਰਖ ਨੇ ਮਨਮੁਖ ਨੇ Maharaj ਇੱਥੋਂ ਚੱਲੀਏ Maharaj ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਠੀਕ ਆ ਚਲੋ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਆ when the Gursikhs said leave Maharaj listened now they are asking for forgiveness on their behalf and Guru Sahib ji have agreed Guru Sahib ji ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਠੀਕ ਆ where else will you find a guru like that where Maharaj is giving them their qualities ki Maharaj have promised us that and is only in Sikhi where Guru Sahib ji jo Guru Sahib de vich gun ne Guru Sahib ji ne ek promise kita ya ki I will give you all my qualities if you become a Sikh and who would not want the qualities of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj this is to all the kids would you not want the qualities of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj would you not want to be like Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj right I definitely want to be I definitely want the qualities of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj but we have to follow in their footsteps and also look at the qualities the Gursikhs have been blessed with Guru Sahib Ji then forgave them they took the kambal and the kyo but Guru Sahib Ji did also do a bachan and they said for what happened your lineage won't grow jo thoda kolla oh vadni nahi hegi that's not going to grow Sangat ji there has to be consequences for I said ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਕਿ ਆਪੇ ਬੀਜ ਆਪੇ ਹੀ ਖਾਓ ਕਿ you have to sow what you reap right reap what you sow Maharaj your coal will survive but it won't be big it'll be just like a small diva. But at the same time, Maharaj kende, if you ever have to fight, then you won't lose that jang either. In this way, Guru Sahib Ji blessed them. They all believed in Guru Sahib Ji. They get kirpa from Guru Sahib Ji. There's big langars going on. Langar lagde hai. Whoever was hungry hasn't got clothes. Jine langar shakna ya, jire bhukhe ne, jine ko kapda nahi hega koi tante. They come to Guru Sahib Ji. Guru Sahib Ji gave them food and clothes. Tan Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. In this way, Guru Sahib Ji leave and then they move on to the next place to make that place sacred, to make that place pavitra. They set up camp again, Feri Dera Laundiya. And the Sangat of this place all start coming to do darshan. Soon, news spreads that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, Anandpur Sahib to aine. Ek Amir Jimidar siga, one rich Jimidar came to Guru Sahib Ji with a massive pot of milk. He came and he bowed to Guru Sahib Ji. He came and bowed to Guru Sahib Ji and then he sat in front of Guru Sahib Ji. Looking at the Jimidar, Guru Sahib Ji said, Jimidara, jara dodda, this milk you have brought is the same as blood. Ek khoon de barabar hai. Can you imagine? He's brought, oh dodda leke aaya khushi khushi naal. Man vich shayad hankar bhi hove, he might have a bit of ego. He's brought it, he's all excited, he's puts him, and then Maharaj turns around and said, Eta khoon de barabar hai, that's the same as blood. Maharaj kende, look, and Maharaj kende, who drinks blood? We can't have this. Imagine that. You bring milk and then you get ripped by Guru Sahib Ji as well. But how do you think he felt at that point, right? Guru Sahib Ji said further, take your milk and mud ke karnu chal ja tu. The Jimmy, ede karm kitne maade honge for Guru Sahib Ji to say that, ki tu chal ja itho. The Jimidar then folded both hands and said, ki nahi Maharaj, eta dodh da hai, khoon nahi hega. Maharaj, shako, please have it. I have brought it with prem, main prem de naal leke aanda hai. Guru Sahib Ji asked the Jimidar, Maharaj again, Jimidara, is this milk a gau da hai ja majh da hai? And this is for the kids. Look at the difference here. Ek majh hundi hai, ek gau hundi hai. So majh is a buffalo and gau is a cow. So dodh vakra hunda onada, right? The Jimidar then said, Maharaj, I've got a majh in my home. To make the majh give milk, Maharaj, I have to poke it. I have to poke it from behind. Guru Sahib Ji then said, the people of this place are ruthless. Jire itho de lok ne na, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਦਇਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ. Maharaj ਕਹਿੰਦੇ, they treat animals really bad. And a question for you guys, did you ever think Guru Sahib Ji would promote the welfare of animals? Right? We have RSPCA, right, in this country. Our country ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ RSPCA ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਜਾਨਵਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖਭਾਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ. But Guru Sahib Ji promoted that from Guru Har Rai Ji Maharaj ਦਾ ਜੀਵਨ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ. Yeah? And then there's a nice little Sakhi during Baba Thakur Singh Ji's time, right? ਇਹ Baba Thakur Singh Ji ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ Baba Thakur Singh ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਘਰੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ and ਉਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਅਮੀਰ ਆ. He's got a lot of zameen, ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ. He owns so much land. But ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਮੱਝਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਉਹ ਬੰਨੀਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਆ. You know what Baba Thakur Singh Ji said? ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ? ਉਹ ਥੋੜਾ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਬਾਬਾ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਨੇ ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਖੋ, I've got so much ਜ਼ਮੀਨ. ਬਾਬਾ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਫਿਰ can't you give a little bit of ਜ਼ਮੀਨ for the ਮੱਝਾਂ? ਤਾਂ ਮੱਝਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਖੁੱਲਾ ਰੱਖ. Leave them open so they can wander around however they want to. That Baba Thakur Singh is looking after animals, right? They're caring about animals. But Guru Sahib Ji are perfect in every way that they care about animals as well. They care about every single jeev. Guru Sahib Ji continue and they say, the people of this place are also stubborn. Oh, sonde nahi hege. If someone tells them something good to be good, they don't listen. If I tell them to become sick, they may or may not listen. They may not become sick. And this is something to contemplate on as well. Guru Sahib Ji tell us to do certain things, but do we listen? Honestly, ask yourself this question on a deep level. Yeah, I'm saying this from manu mein keh rahe hain ki Guru Sahib Ji sanu bahut kuch kende karan Guru Sahib Ji tell us to do certain things, but do we listen? Guru Sahib Ji sanu kende ne simran karya karo put. Do we do simran? Guru Sahib Ji sanu kende ne amrit vela uthya karo, but do we get up amrit vela? But Guru Sahib Ji are telling us to do a certain thing. Sadi palai vaste hi hai. It's for our pala. Never ever what that's whole. It's don't think of it. Think of it that Maharaj is doing it for our benefit. But if we listen to Guru Sahib Ji, we'll get all the khushiyan from Guru Sahib Ji, right? Guru Sahib Ji then said this bachan and then refused the milk, saying that, take it back, etho tu le ja mud ke wapas. Another proud moment for me, yeah, this is another proud moment. And then, Fir Guru Sahib Ji, they stay here. So much Sangat is starting to become, and big langars are being held. Sangat coming from far and eating prashada. Many different types of gifts given to Guru Sahib Ji. Taran da peta Maharaj leke aunde. Many Sikh doing seva of Guru Sahib Ji. Guru Sahib Ji have given big importance to seva in Sikhi. Satguru ki seva safal hai, je ko kare chit laye. That if you do seva of Guru Sahib Ji, the safala. Sikhs are doing seva and Guru Sahib Ji are blessing them with mukti. Sikhs are coming to get mukti with that in mind. Man vich unhone ek vichar ਕੀਤੀ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਮੁਕਤੀ ਲੈਣੀ ਆ. I want to get liberated from the cycle of life and death. ਮੈਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ. Have we ever thought that? ਜਦ ਵੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਸੇਵਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਮਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤੇ ਆ, have we ever had that in our mind ਕਿ you know I want mukti from Maharaj, ਕਿ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਮੁਕਤੀ ਲੈਣੀ ਆ, ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕੋਲੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕਰੀਏ. And you know what, Sangat Ji, you have to be a little bit selfish. ਥੋੜਾ ਬਹੁਤਾ ਤਾਂ selfish ਬਣਨਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੀ ਆ. Think about yourself. ਕਿ ਮੇਰਾ ਪਾਰ ਉਤਾਰਾ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਹੋਊਗਾ? ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦਾ ਬਚਨ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ do the ardas in front of Maharaj. Guru Sahib Ji are staying on the outskirts of the Nagar. To save a Gursikh, Gursikhs, Guru Sahib Ji make an excuse and they go hunting to go on, and so they get onto their horse. The truth is, whoever comes into Guru Sahib Ji Sharan, oh bacha ho janda ona da. Maharaj saved them. Listen to that. Whoever comes into the Sharan of Guru Ji, oh Maharaj bacha lende ona nu from this cycle of life and death. But you have to take that step towards Guru Sahib Ji. Guru Sahib Ji de naal Mata Nanki Ji, their mother, is also with them. Mata Gujar Kaur Ji as well, Mata Gujari Ji is with them as well. They stay here for a while. Now this next part of the Itihas, we learn about the qualities of a Sikh. A great Sikh called Bhai Miha Ji is also doing seva. Ithe Guru Karch, Guru Sahib Ji naal seva kar rahe ne. It was his duty to bring the water for the Sangatan. He would get water from far. Duron leke aunde. Us vele danta nahi siga, tootiyaan sigiyan. Jan nalka siga. There were no taps on hand. Uthe kiਵੇਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਦੂਰ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਪਾਣੀ ਸਾਰਾ ਦਿਨ you have to just get water for the Sangatan, for the langar, ਇਸ਼ਨਾਨ ਪਾਣੀ ਲਈ. You'd have to get water. They used to carry on their head. But he brings water on his head to get blessings of Guru Sahib Ji. He does it with love, prema bhakti. Maharaj said there are different levels of bhakti. The highest level of bhakti is prema bhakti. Oh, kyun? Because prema bhakti means you doing seva, unconditional love. Sade Manavich, if we do something for someone, the reason behind it is for a reason, worldly reason. That you're doing seva out of love. Ki mere guru ne menu kiya ya bani pad, so I'm going to do it. Mere guru ne menu simran kar diya. This great Gursikh Bhai Miha Ji, he has so much Shraddha in Guru Sahib Ji. He swad le nahi khande hage. He has no ichha. Manavich kuch ichha hai nahi. He hasn't got no ichha, unlike us. Khushi khushi naal o shak landeya. Imagine being at that level, Sangat Ji. It's something living in these Western countries. Western countries ਛੱਡੋ, ਸਾਡੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਇਹ ਬਿਮਾਰੀ ਹੁਣ ਆ ਗਈ ਆ. ਪੀਜ਼ਾ ਸ਼ਾਪਸ, ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟਸ, ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਛ ਉੱਥੇ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਓ, ਉੱਥੇ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੁਛ ਉੱਥੇ ਖਾਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ, ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਛ. But with too much going towards food, ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ. Yeah, youngsters are going to like hate me for saying this because we know, like, you know, everyone likes food. Yeah, but anyway, let's try and get to that level. Ki mara jo sanu mara dena de den. But anyway, he carries a massive gagar on his head, a big pot. Look at that word as well, gagar. I don't know if the pot was the right word, but gagar sir de utte leke jande ne. He brings it, empties it for the sangat, and then goes and fetches more. Make sure that water never runs out. Even when it gets dark, all he cares about is seva for Guru Sahib Ji. And check this out, Sangat Ji. Doing the seva, carrying these heavy pots of water, their head starts to bleed. Zakham ho janda hai sir vich. It gets worse, but still they carry on. And that zakham gets infected. Flies get attracted towards it, but still they carry on. They don't care about the pain. they make sure that water doesn't stop. Tan ne Gursikh Guru Sahib Ji de. With this water, the Sangat drink it, they do ishnan. Langar le yukam aunda ya. Thousands of Sangat are coming. So much water is needed. Bahut pani di lod a, utte jaldi lod a. One day, they're doing seva in a rush. The injury, jehde sir vich zakham a, it gets infected and they get maggots in there. Keede pੈ jande a sir ch. In or sees vich, keede pੈ jande, they get maggots in their head. Even then, they don't stop. And kuch no kuch kende nahi. They don't say anything to anyone. Kisi nu koi ek wari bhi nahi complain karde. Someone like me would do seva for like probably half an hour and then saru nu kehna ki yo main bahut thak gaya inni seva ਕੀਤੀ ਮੈਂ. I did seva for half an hour, ਮੇਰੇ ਪੈਰ ਦੁਖਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ. ਪਰ ਇੱਕ ਤਾਨੇ ਨੇ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਦਿਨ ਪਾਣੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਸੰਗਤ ਲਈ ਫੇਰ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ. ਉਹ ਚੁੱਪ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ. They stay quiet. As it gets worse, this zakham's getting worse. Jo is zakham asert is getting worse and worse and worse, but they stay quiet. What happens next, Sangati? You're going to have to wait until next time. We'll leave it on that cliffhanger. So you're going to have to come back again to listen what's going to happen next. Tika ji, so Sangati, ithe assi samafti karde hain. I've gone a little bit over time, but we did start late as well. If I made any mistakes, please forgive me. But eh sada itihas. This is our history. Kavi Santokh Singh Ji have written it in such an amazing way. Yeah, so Guru Sahib Ji kirpa karan that they bless everyone. Ithe sare nu Maharaj naam di daat, Amrit Veli di daat, main bhi bicche hi ha Maharaj sare nu Maharaj bakshan, Amrit di daat, Kesan di daat, Maharaj sare nu bakshan. And just, I'm going to leave it on this one last thing, that we're so lucky. ਅਸੀਂ ਇੰਨੇ lucky ਆ ਨਾ Maharaj ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦਾਤ ਇਹ ਮਾਰਗ ਸਾਰਨ Maharaj has blessed us with Sikhi. This is for the youngsters. Never ever forget this, what I'm about to say, that your Sahib Ji auna piya. Otherwise, before Guru Sahib Ji came, ਹੋਰ ਧਰਮ ਸੀਗੇ. There were all other faiths out there. ਆਇਆ ਕਰੋ. Sangat Ji, Friday night Sikhi, faiths out there. ਆਇਆ ਕਰੋ. Sangat Ji, Friday night Sikhi, every Fridays